Morning, everyone. It's Tuesday morning, 1st of September, Election Day here in Massachusetts, and this is your 404th video. If you like the work, let me know by hitting the subscribe button. Okay, so might as well start off at the top. Zoom. 439 up 115 or 35% on blowout earnings and revenues and guidance for Q3. Just amazing. I've used it. Most people have used it. It's certainly taking some share in the K through 12 education system for people whose schools are not open or in hybrid situations. And this was just amazing. I mean, we're talking about 300% year over year gains in revenues. And as far as earnings, they reported 92 cents. Expectations were for 45 cents. Amazing. Also on the amazing side, we have Tesla issuing $5 billion worth of stock. Perfect place to do it. The stock traded as high as 538. I see it going across on the tape at about 511, which is still up 13. Apple is up 3.5. And on the downside, we have McDonald's down just under 1% on a suit by black owners saying they were discriminated against, not allowed to buy locations that were in good, strong white areas as opposed to areas where there was higher crime and higher expense through things like security needs. In any event, the stock is down $1.80. Europe and Asia were both slightly higher. At 10 o'clock, we have the ISM manufacturing numbers and construction spending. ISM is expected to be 54.5 and construction spending up about 8%. Kodak is up 50% on the news that a hedge fund, D.E. Shaw, has acquired what they call a passive stake in it. They've bought 5.2%. The stock is currently trading at $9.04, up $3.10. Banks are slightly lower. Airlines are slightly lower. Oil is higher. As far as the futures, the Dow is basically unchanged. The S&P is up about 9, and the QQQ is up massively. NASDAQ is expected to open up about 112, and you don't have to look far to see where that comes from. Okay, chart on the screen, the dollar, new low, or new recent low. This breaks it down below everything that we have for the last month or so, where I thought it was trying to bottom. Give you a little bit better perspective on the weekly as to where we actually are. We're here. I guess I should take that arrow off the chart. Next real support is down here at 90 3/4, 91. That's only a 1.5 or so, but 1.5 down here is 1.8%. So on the other side of the coin, because the dollar is down, we have oil up 45 cents. We have the gold turning back to the upside, and I'm going to show you that chart. daily. Okay, so I drew that uptrend line. It has held. We had these highs all in the 1983 area. We've popped above that. Last is up about 15 at 1993. This close is 2013, and the high the next day was about 2040. So it looks to me like even if we're not breaking out, we're going there. This chart looks exactly like the chart that I showed you yesterday in the silver. The silver was actually running a day ahead of the gold and broke out yesterday. I mean, it's almost like they put in an extra day in the silver, but it is running ahead and it does look higher to me. The other things that we have started to follow on a day by day basis, natural gas is down after yesterday's big move down and reversal, closing at the high. So this is normal and expectable to give a little up. And we'll see how that goes. We have the coffee up another 245. That would mean that the JO, which I wrote about on Sunday and mentioned in last night's note, will probably trade pretty close to 40. And that's from the original pricing when we first started talking about it at 31. So that's the ETF. Bonds are down a little. But what's interesting is that the longer bonds are down dramatically more than the shorter numbers, which means that the yield curve is actually steepening. And that brings the surprise of why the dollar isn't helped, number one, and certainly why the banks have been weak for a couple of days and are also weak in the pre-open. All right, everyone, that's the best I can do for you this morning. Be careful out there. Any day there's going to be a reversal. Today's the first of the month, and we generally see a little bit of strength from new money coming in, but this is a scary area. You really need to keep your position size appropriate for the amount of risk that you're going to take, and look for some of them that are closer to support, so you have a good feel for keeping losses intact.